Hey everybody, Michael here from Get Fit Over 40 and talking about how to get rid of aches and pains as we get older, right? I'm walking around in my back field and I don't know if you're going to be super happy with what I have to say here. There's all sorts of things you can take, I guess, for aches and pains. Aspirin, you can take things like MSM, you can take, all these anti-aging pills and things, glucosamine and all that stuff that's supposed to help joints. And sure, that stuff will help a little bit. Doesn't really get rid of the problem, does it though? Is there anything you can do to get rid of those aches and pains? So I guess what I'm talking about here is those aches and pains where you haven't done anything, right? You haven't worked out, you haven't trained or anything, you haven't done anything that you feel is maybe going to be hard on your body with a reason to be sore. But you wake up in the morning, or you've been sitting down in the afternoon or something and you go to get up and your knees, your body's just aching, your back, whatever. A lot of times it's your legs, your knees, things like that, lower back. It's sort of just one of those things that happens over time as we get older. We just start to feel it a bit more and more. And, is there a way to get rid of this? Well, kind of. Kind of. So what I find for me is it's that whole, like, if you don't use it, you lose it, right? That's very, very true. And so what I find is when I'm training and I'm doing my exercises and, you don't have to go crazy, but just by doing the exercises, you're kind of using things more and you tend to not be as sore on those days off when you're not doing anything. So what I'm trying to explain here is when I train, say Monday to Friday, and then take the weekend off, Saturday, Sunday, I tend to feel during the week when I'm training actually less sore, like less lower back sore, less knees, less body aches, I guess you could say. I don't get that Monday to Friday. Now on the weekend when I stop doing stuff, I actually tend to notice that I get more body aches. So for no reason at all, I haven't trained Saturday or whatever, or sometimes even Friday, or didn't train that hard Friday. And on Sunday, I'm already starting to feel the effects of old age. I get out of bed, I'm like, what happened? Did somebody beat me while I was sleeping, right? But then as soon as I get back into my Monday through Friday routine, it eases up. The body aches, just the overall body soreness goes away, or aches and pains. Now, what happens though when you train, here's the other side, is you get muscle aches. Instead of the joint and the bone and the kind of in the joint aches and pains, you get muscle pain. So you work out your legs, you're going to have a sore ass, you're going to have sore quads, you're going to have, sore biceps, sore shoulders, sore chest, right? Things that get tender because you train them, especially if you train fairly hard. You're going to notice it. But whatever level you train at, your body gets used to it. So anytime you train at a slightly higher level, you're going to notice it even more, just the way it is. So yeah, you're kind of sore either way. Depends how you look at it, but I prefer the muscle soreness over the body aches and pains, 100%. By training all the time, my body aches don't get that bad. If I were to stop training, say for a month and not train anything for a month, and I've done it, I start to notice really deep set joint pain. Like my shoulders start to really flare up. Obviously you can injure a shoulder by working it out, doing something silly and get an injury working out. But by not working out, my shoulders get really, really sore. I get these just crazy aches in my shoulders, almost as if I'd injured them. They're not really injured. It's like lack of using them sort of soreness. So yeah, so there's no magic remedy for it. All I can suggest is just keep moving, right? Just always keep exercising. You don't have to be insane about it, but just have a full body type of program that uses your whole body, stretches your body out, like things like yoga. Yoga is so underrated. I think it's just a great way to limber yourself up if you want to help eliminate aches and pains. Things like yoga and just weight training that just kind of hits the whole body, that isn't necessarily crazy intense. It depends on how old you are, how much you can push your body. I like to push mine hard and I suffer a little bit for it, but I also like not having the body aches and pains that go with not doing anything. So keep moving. That's all I can say is keep moving. If you stop moving, it's game over, okay? So those are my 2 cents on this subject. hopefully you got something out of it. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.